Hello, everybody, and welcome to a little live stream. Sorry, first of all, for the little confusion. I just tried to set it up, but my phone was just a little bit strange, I have to say. I do have to say, and I just need to, first of all, watch the left and right because I've got my MacBook here. It's all a little bit improvised, and this is a really, it's a spontaneous video because I had the time to um, check a little bit the feedback of the recent update news we just got from Frontier, and from the title you may already be able to tell that I don't know. Wait a second, I'm just checking if I can run the live stream right now. Yes, I can. This is beautiful because then I can also check the chat a little bit more easy. So yeah, I just tried to take the chance. And by the way, hey all, and welcome to the little update video. It's a little bit hard to do that video, but I just felt I have to do it. So basically, I'm not talking about what's going on with the update in general. If you want to, just drop down or just go over to the schematics team, because yesterday evening we did a beautiful, and I think it's really a nice overview video about what's coming in the next update and what you can do and what all this kind of stuff. But today I also had university, and there was a little bit of a very interesting topic which we got into, and this is basically called perpetual beta, I guess it was. Let me just check the correct name because I forgot to know how it's called. Give me a second, guys. I need to see. Where is my? Okay, I can't just really. I'm just too bad at finding stuff like that. I have to scroll all the way down. There we go. Okay, it's oh yeah, it's actually, as I said, it's perpetual beta, and so yeah. So I just want to talk about the general attitude of the community about updates. I just read through, and now I'm finally getting to the point. Sorry for this weird introduction. I was still confused. I just read again through the feedback to the update news, and I can't stand the feeling that some of you, or maybe all of you, or maybe most of you, I don't know, just really have a kind of different, I want to call this, attitude to what a game developer, a company, or generally somebody should deliver. Like, I think most of the people just want to go out there, get everything for free, and the best way, and is essentially made just for you as an individual, right? This is like what we all want to have. Okay, that's fine. But some days I just wanted to, or I just wish that people would just lean back a little bit, reflect themselves a little bit more, and think about what's going to happen. So what happened? Let me just recapitulate a little bit what happened. So Frontier had the expo. Obviously, we can discuss about if the content which was revealed there is good or not. There are positive, feedback things about it, negative ones, which is, totally understandable. But what they did is they went back to the drawboard and they just gave us something we were questioning and asking right after the expo. It wasn't intended to add this, and they added it. I'm just talking of the flat ride, the addition with the roof on top of it and without it. So that's just a basic example. They're getting even more into the update than they already planned. They are listening to the community, they are listening to everybody, they're trying to get stuff in. And still, everybody is complaining because we are not getting the coasters we want, we are not getting the scenery we want, we are getting a scenario editor, which is freaking amazing, but it should have been in the original game, right? It should have been everywhere. And guys, could we just stop? Like, we are not living in a time where developers get the time to polish a game until it's completely finished. If they would do this, well, it's coming out maybe in 2 years, and you won't ever get any support out of it because it's done. That's where you have to live with, and that's the game, and you are done. If you like it, you're good. You have a good point. But if you don't, well, you're screwed. What they did is they just brought us into the game in the alphas, and they continue developing the game. They said it is a long-term project. And we're living in the year 2017, which effectively means, and if you just look to the right and to the left and to everybody else, like, if you're not exactly EA or Activision, who are like freaking money printing machines that can deliver each and every year a AAA game, which is way worth programmed than Planet Coaster is, which is definitely bad in terms of optimization, but it's a damn fucking, money printing machine. I just, I don't want to say everything is perfect in Planet Coaster. It definitely isn't, right? There is a lot of work to do, definitely. But the thing is, complaining about how Frontier communicates with us and how they react to criticism and how they react to our feedback, and calling this a bad way to communicate with the community, I just don't know what's going on with you guys, honestly. And then even, they're coming in like, you have to be more reflective, they are not doing everything good. No, they don't, because they're human beings, right? They're human beings. They're trying their best each and every day. They have to earn money out of it. Well, it would be a good thing because they have to pay their employees. It's kind of hard because I'm really struggling to do this video because I think there are a few points which are actually true and the criticism is totally right about, and I don't want to price everything so much that you can't believe there is anything to be improved in the future. No, there is enough to be improved, but I just want to make a point here that people just should think about stuff a little bit longer than just going out there and, I don't know, complain about everything for no reason. Like, I know you're not doing this for no reason, but it's really hard because you always want a good game. I also want a good game. I want to have a great game. I do have a great game, definitely. And from the chat, I can already tell you guys just go on doing what you do. You just ask for more. You just keep on asking for more and more, which is fine. But the thing is, people claim always their own ideas and their own demands have to be priority, which is definitely not true, because what they have to do is they have to care about the majority first, because that's where they get money from. And if they get money, they can continue building on the game and they can continue bringing in stuff which the freaks like us, want to have. Like these guys, we are really in the niche, right? All these kinds of producing videos, also gaming, or being in all the kind of communities and commenting each and every day. It's good. It's perfect. We have to keep on doing this, but we are not we are not the majority of the players, and the majority of the players, they need, first of all, management, and that's what they cared about. Like, we get a scenario editor, and trust me, I love the scenario editor, and I would have loved to have it earlier. I'm totally with you, but look at other games. They all didn't have a scenario editor from the beginning. They added it in later. I mean, it's totally fine that you want to have it from the beginning, but I don't see the point, because it's a huge feature, and it's a really huge feature, and they bring it 1 year later, which is, you could argue maybe bring it a few months later. That's fine, but it's now such a big game changer. Like, the scenario editor itself, personally, and I'm completely honest, it would have been enough for me, because the scenario editor will change the game dramatically. I don't know if you, or I'm stopping to say you, because it's not you watching the video. I'm talking about the general community. They tend not to think about. Yeah, I do read the chat. I'm really sorry, but it's kind of quick and it's on the little phone and it's hard to read, to be honest. But thank you for agreeing. But I'm trying to focus on my weird thoughts, because I tend to talk weird in general. Sorry, but I'm coming back to the chat later. But I just want to finish the point. So the thing is, we what is Sky Tracers? Sorry, what? I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. But anyways, the thing is I wanted to talk about is the simple attitude we do have in our modern community. Like, there is no such a thing than a finished product in any branch out there. Is Facebook finished? You all use Facebook. Is it finished? No. You all use YouTube. Is it finished? No. Like, no, at all. Yeah. There are features implemented in which are great, but nobody's complaining about. They have to be there from the beginning. Why? Why do they have to be there from the beginning? They don't, And you can go out there with so many products. You get a new iPhone, right? Get the iPhone 10. You get the iPhone 10, right? iPhone 10 is an amazing thing. Is it a finished product? No, it isn't. You get that fucking phone and you will have bars on top and on the bottom part, because nobody did make any of the apps capable of running on this weird screen with the notch on top of it. The finished is not product, but people are gonna pay 1,200 euros for it. They're gonna pay it. Is it a finished product? No, it isn't. But that's fine, because it's a work in progress. The iPhone next year will have better things, and it will have a better optimization for the screen, which is fine. We need that product now, so we can see what has to be improved to go on next year. This is how things go nowadays. This is how our community runs. Like it or not, this is how things work. I mean, what do you expect? Like, the world isn't circling around you or me. It isn't. The world goes on. Like, it's demand and asking for stuff which drives everything, which is not always good, but it's how it works. And I just wanted to make this point so that we can all agree on the fact that let's be fair. Let's be fair with what they deliver. And honestly, if I hear somebody criticizing how they communicate about stuff, Frontier in this case, and they did a stream like a few days after the bad criticism, and they really did this stream mentioning all the critics which have been posted on Reddit, on the forums, and everywhere else. They just mentioned it, right? They came out to us, did a live stream, and honestly, those people who were those to criticize all the stuff, they haven't been in the live stream, they haven't listened to it. They didn't, but they continued on criticizing them. And you don't have to agree with all the decisions they made. I don't as well, right? I don't need another coaster which is a launch kind of thingy coaster. I'm not the coaster guy. I would just love to have my looping coaster, right? The Schwarzkopf looping coaster would be a great addition for me, because all these kind of different things, okay, wait, Leon just said, I think the game is so good. Wait, I have to scroll back so I can read the comment. I think because the game is so good, everyone expects a lot of update. We are just never satisfied. Yeah, exactly, which is fine. We need... I'm watching you, but I can't understand you because, is it because of I just have a weird setup now with my microphone on my phone. Hopefully, can you understand me? I'm just talking for like 12 minutes now. Can you even understand me? I have no clue, but anyways. Please mention down in the chat if you can't understand me. It's, okay, we do. So it's fine, okay, sorry. Yeah, so anyways, right. It's really weird. Sorry if you're watching this back. I'm really sorry that this is so weird. It's not prepared at all. It's really spontaneous. I just wanted to make that point, and you definitely hit a good point there. It is definitely, we are not going to be satisfied, and they delivered a solid, if not great, base of a game. And people were starting to complain that stuff is lacking, which is okay. They kept on improving the game, they kept on implementing stuff, and they kept on listening to the feedback. Yet people are complaining they don't listen to the feedback and they don't implement things, which is for me already pretty weird. Hi there, Planco Carlo. Welcome to the weird live stream of me ranting about community criticism. So don't get me wrong, to all this stuff I just weirdly mentioned the last couple of minutes, I still think there is a lot to do. I still think this update is not perfect. The thing is, I do think that they work their asses off to deliver stuff that we are happy with. And I can't see, and I don't want to see, how people are still making shit talk and criticism about stuff which is beyond their, imagination of how things run nowadays. It's, people out there, scientific geniuses and experts, they created this kind of phrase, which, as I mentioned earlier, the perceptual, I just forgot about it, the pre-productual beta, again, wait a second, I just have to see again, it's the perpetual beta, I'm so sorry, the perpetual beta, which definitely means that the product is being continued on working until it's finished, if it's even finished at all, I don't know. But yeah, the thing is, also other people, and that's the last point I'm going to mention before ending the stream again, because it feels really weird anyways, is UGC. People are screaming for UGC now because they hope that will fix the lack of stuff in the game. This is also, again, like, what is our society about? Consuming, all about consuming. I don't really know, but at least I have got the feeling that there are a lot of stuff in the game already. There's just huge stuff. And the funny thing is, the first thing I heard after they said, oh, we are implementing picnic benches and new behavior to staff members, and that's, yeah, but give us more restaurants. Really? Honestly? Go to the workshop and download the 5 million restaurants which will pop up there in like 2 weeks. Like, I just don't get it, right? I mean, it's not a game which you go in like Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 or 2 and you can play for an hour, it's fine. If that's the game you want, play another game. It can't deliver this, and it won't ever deliver this. The other thing is, they keep on improving so many different things that you have to hold track of all this, right? They said it's a long-term project. And if you just go to the left and to the right and open new roads, you have to keep track of all these roads. So they have to somewhere stick to their main route as well, because otherwise they will lose track. And yeah. And definitely, new stuff is always important, right? And they will keep on adding, but we have so much in the game already. You can do whatever you want with. And honestly, as I said, I am the happy guy because I'm kind of the curator. I love to build in the game. I do have nearly everything I want, except a fixed gizmo. And I can't be more happy about that building. But that said, I still know about all the guys out there who can't really play the game because they love management. Take, for example, Flablicki. I just take him because you might all know him. He's more the guy, he's not the builder in that kind of sense. He's like, he's like the guy who needs to play a management game, who can make let's plays and stuff like that. He can't do this because, honestly, the scenario mode, the career mode, is a little bit thin. It's not bad, but it's a little bit thin. It could have been more. That's something I really agree on. But the other thing is, now we get the scenario editor, and those guys, they can play now for the whole day. They can play the whole day, the whole night, their whole holidays, like basically every time they want to. Download a new scenario, play the scenario. Is it not hard enough? Well, download another one which is harder. They fixed a huge problem of the game now. It's a huge problem, they fixed it. So now they may take on the next update, will be more focusing on actual content in that kind of way. But at the end, and Ruby just said this in the chat, one thing I didn't even mention, this update is free. It's free. You can argue if the price for the Spooky DLC is justified or the other prices. I don't care, right? I mean, if you want to have it, just buy it. If you're not, don't, because it doesn't essentially change the game if you don't have the stuff. So I don't really know. Yeah. Also the thing is, sometimes you're better off just see what you have in comparison to what you don't have, right? So we are in the year 2017. We've been waiting for a new roller coaster game for years. Roller Coaster Tycoon World was about to fill this gap until they started development. I'm sorry. And yet, this was a total crash. And there is another game which is called Planet Coaster, and it filled the gap. It's so good that a lot of people played it, and it exceeded expectations, I believe, in terms of how many pieces and copies have been sold. But then still people are complaining about what they have. Just imagine you don't have that, you can still play Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 with all the kind of UGC mods, which will essentially break your computer after a time, because it's old and still people try to do it, which is amazing. The Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 time has been amazing, and UGC will someday be a thing with Planet Coaster. So let's end this live stream here. 20 minutes of this weird rant should be way enough. I hope that you kind of understand, for all of those who are watching this back as well, you could follow the weird talk. I just wanted to say, please try to think a little bit more about what you do and say also in criticism, even if if you want to make this as a good feedback to make them improve. Leon, no, I don't. And they didn't even ask me to do a video or something else. I would do it for every other company as well, just to mention that here. because I just see the need of you know, spreading the word a little bit more obvious what you should think about. It's basically important that we don't expect that everything is just made for us. And we are all watching the video, I'm making the video, everybody out there, we are just so lucky persons, you know. We are just so lucky persons in our entire lives. We have like everything, right? Yeah, we do have our own problems. Everybody has our problems, but you can't imagine how many people on this earth would just love to be able to play a game like Planko one time at all. This should be the thing of this video, because this leads way too far, and this is, you know, not really an argument you should bring in, because then you can just talk about different stuff. But we just have to sometimes think about what we have rather than what we don't have. And it's basically, the techno is a criticism on society as well. I'm so annoyed by everything like this. It's not about Planko, but I can talk about Planko because I'm in this community, and I just, you know, I just take myself now and do it. But anyway, I'm ending now, as Jordi is asking. I will end this live stream now, because I don't even know what to say else, because I'm starting to repeat myself a million times now. So hopefully you agreed or not, don't agree with that. I'm not too, you know, if you don't, it's fine. I just wanted to mention it's my personal opinion, and I wanted to just get it off my chest. That's all. And yeah, just let me know what you think in the comments. Let's start a discussion. I'm totally open to this. Start a discussion. I'll gotta join this discussion later, and tell me, what do you think of the update? What do you think of my criticism now? And what do you think of the general criticism? So put it down in the comments, and let's talk about that. That should be it. And yeah, hopefully you like this kind of weird video. And see you next time, tomorrow with Ostriv, Wednesday with a special Planet Coaster video. Ostriv, Planet Coaster, Ostriv videos. Generally videos. See you then, and bye-bye.